Hello friends, welcome. I'm going to unbox and have a quick look at the iRangeX IR8M. Okay, this is the multi-protocol transmitter. I think it goes up to like 12 channels or something. It uses Deviation firmware, which is open source and compatible with pretty much most receivers on the market. It came with just a generic little S-Bus PPM receiver here, obligatory USB cable, for some strange reason an Allen key. It's got a USB port on the bottom here. Okay, this is a USB port. Looks like a slot for a SD card, but there's not a slot or receptacle for one. There's a wire blocking it as well, so you can't use this as a simulator controller with a USB cable. You might be able to jerry rig something with Arduino, but that's a bit obscure. Battery compartment on the back. Takes 4 AAs, or you could plug a 2S LiPo in, I believe. For now I'm just going to run it on standard rechargeables. Okay, just a standard startup screen, multi-rotor looking. Got a timer, battery level and transmit power. Model name, looks like it's got a blade already loaded into it. Well, first things first, I'm going to try it with this Deviation E10. What we do is go to deviationtx.com and there's a wiki with supported models and a lot of other information, like we've got a forum if you have any troubles. So we want the E10. Okay, it uses the NRF24 chip and the MJX protocol. Select E10. Due to a crystal tolerance, it might or might not bind. Only one to try and find out. Okay, you've got the model menu here, transmitter menu, USB. When you plug it in, just go into here and enable the USB drive. It's got like 2 meg of storage, so. And the Deviation firmware version is T8SG V5 from September. So it looks like it's the jumpers firmware on here. Okay, model menu. I've never used Deviation or Adiba or anything, so it's all new to me. Model setup, load. Okay, let's make a new model in this menu. So model 4, icon default, set that to multi. Model type is a quad, a multi-rotor. Let's give it a lot of transmit power, full. Okay, this is where you select your protocol here. So we need MJX, I believe. There we go. And press enter on it to go into the sub model menu. And we want E10. There we go, enter. Right, okay, that's set. Right, so what we do is just plug this in, I believe. That's in binding. Reinitialize. And we are bound. Okay, yaw is backwards. So my yaw and my ailerons are reversed. So what I would do is exit out of here, go to my mixer, aileron, there we go, just reverse that, and my yaw, which is rudder. Okay, let's try that again. Yaw left, yaw right. Well, that's working, so it's definitely doing what it says on the tin. Let's get into the rest of it, shall we? Okay, something I felt on here just now. At full deflection, either up, down, left or right, at the extremities, look, I'm tapped out full yaw. It's only providing minus 90 on channel 4, but if I want minus 100, I'm losing resolution. It's rounded on the corners of each stick. Is it the same on this one? So channel 2 down to minus 100, all the way to the left. To get channel 1 to 100, I'm losing 8 units on down. It's not centering right either, so minus 100, 0, plus 100, 0, 5, and then 10, up, down, minus 1, 0, minus 1. Okay, aileron's a little bit iffy, but elevator's fine. So there's a little bit of a dead zone in the middle that you might want to dial in, so it's not drifting everywhere. Okay, the transmitter config, language, mode 1, 2, 3, 4, calibrate, all the usual stuff, volume settings and so forth. Haptic feedback, I haven't felt any vibration, so I don't know if it's got it. Power on alarm, battery. I've adjusted this down from a default, I think it was 7 point something, but it was just relentlessly bugging me because of AA batteries. Backlight settings, so we're on half default, and then the contrast as well. Range test, it will drop it down to 100 microwatts from 150 milliwatts. Quite handy. That's what we've got. In the model, your timers, your telemetry, trims, data log. Your main page configuration is where you set up how it looks on the default screen. Voice configuration, I don't believe this has that support. That's pretty much everything. It's just 4 main menu items. Okay, here's something I don't like. Possibly it's like the outputs on certain switches and stuff are reversed. So if you're using it for like a racing quad, possibly you could get it armed by accident. But when you're setting up a quad, be careful of it. Okay, I've noticed what the Allen key's for. It's to adjust these trims or potentiometer knobs. Don't know why you'd want to do that or why they would include it. Speaking of the hardware, you've got metal sticks on it. They feel a little bit plastic, but they are split, so you can replace them with lotus leaves if you want, or adjust the height to your suitability. I've got large hands, look, that's a 9-inch span, and this feels unwieldy to me. This has got batteries in, and sitting on my hands, the ergonomics of it doesn't feel right. You know, I can't hold it. Where can I grip? It feels like the only way I can use it is with my fingers up here to keep it supported. I thought this was going to be quite small, but just for reference, that's a PlayStation 2 controller. This dwarfs it, and then I don't think I'd be able to manipulate the switches and buttons comfortably. And as for pinchers, I think you're going to be left with your little finger. With that, you've got two position switches up here. These two are 2 position, and these longer ones are 3 position nicely. But there's no momentary, which would be handy. I don't like the trims here, and you definitely don't need a throttle trim for the most part. These are metal, the sticks are metal, and I think the neck strap clip's metal. This is a i6, Fly Sky, Turnigy, Ear Sheen do them as well. This is a fraction of the price of this. As you can see, it dwarfs it. This has simulator capability with a couple of quid USB connector. Both take AAs, and this feels a lot nicer to hold on to be honest. This is for the E10, that I can pretty much grasp it in my hand, but I feel more comfortable using this, whereas this feels obtuse. Just to go the whole hog, Tyrannus X7. It's what thereabouts is the same width as a X7. There's not much in it between them weight wise. Price wise, there's $5 between them. Yeah, this is pretty much a single protocol, but you add $5–10 worth of add-on to the module bay, and you've got the same functionality for these little quads, pretty much. So I'm very disappointed in this. I was expecting it to be a little bit like a TBS Tango, to, you know, be well thought out. It's not. My advice: get one of these and a multi-protocol module. Sadly, this is next to useless. Any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Deviation firmware related, I'll leave a link in the description to the website and the forum for any information and supported models and so forth. It pretty much supports everything, DSM, DSMX, Free Sky, Fly Sky, all the toy hobby style, Airsheen, Bayang, MJX. The list is endless. It's a very long list. As you can see, it's a massive long list. Visit the link and see for yourself if it's supported the model that you're after. Thanks for watching. Happy flying. Here, Flappy. Hey!